Welcome to the AI Checkpoints. Today we're taking a deep dive into something genuinely groundbreaking. It's right at the cutting edge of artificial intelligence. We're talking about a development that could fundamentally alter how we interact with digital worlds, maybe even how we train future AI systems. Our source for this deep dive is a singular, incredibly rich announcement from Google DeepMind. It's titled Genie 3, a new frontier for world models. And this just dropped this week, August 5th, 2025. Look, this isn't just some small step forward. It feels like a genuine paradigm shift in what AI can actually do. So our mission today is to really pull apart what Genie 3 is, why it's such a significant leap, and what its implications are for the future of AI, for how you experience digital environments. You're going to want to stick around for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's truly transformative here, I think, is that we're talking about these things called world models. These are AI systems that can, well, essentially simulate aspects of reality. So picture an AI that doesn't just recognize objects, or generate images, but one that actually understands how things work, how environments respond, how your actions can fundamentally alter them.
Okay.
This isn't about static pictures or even like short video clips anymore. It's about creating dynamic, interactive realities that behave consistently.
That's a completely different league, isn't it?
It really is.
Okay, let's really dig into this then. Google DeepMind, they've been working on simulated environments for, over a decade now?
That's right.
They've used these world models for everything from training AI agents in games, complex strategy games, to building these incredibly open-ended learning environments where AI can just sort of explore and adapt on its own.
Exactly. And if you connect this to the bigger picture, these sophisticated world models, they're a critical stepping stone towards artificial general intelligence,
Right.
AGI.
Right, AGI.
The idea is pretty simple but, well, profound. If an AI agent can train within an unlimited, really rich curriculum of simulated environments, it can learn and adapt in ways that are just impossible in the real world, or even in those less dynamic, pre-scripted simulations.
So it's like giving it an infinite playground.
Kind of, yeah. An infinite adaptable playground where it can make mistakes, learn from them, and develop a real sort of intuitive grasp of cause and effect.
Okay, so what does this progression mean for Genie 3 specifically? The announcement from Jack Parker-Holler and Shlomi Frusher at Google DeepMind just a few days ago, it says Genie 3 is a general-purpose world model that can generate an unprecedented diversity of interactive environments. Now, unprecedented diversity is a bold claim.
It is.
But the key word there, for me anyway, is interactive.
It absolutely is. And that's the core differentiator, really.
Yeah.
So while their previous foundation models, like Genie 1 and Genie 2, they could generate environments.
Oh.
Or even their video models, like VO2 and VO3, could make impressive videos.
Yeah, VO's pretty amazing already.
Right. But Genie 3 is their first world model that allows for real-time interaction. You're not just a passive observer watching some generated video anymore.
You're in it.
You're in it, manipulating the environment as you go. The system generates these dynamic worlds you can navigate at 24 frames per second.
24 FPS.
At 720p resolution. And it maintains surprising consistency for, well, several minutes.
Wow.
Which raises a pretty crucial question. How do they actually pull that off?
Yeah, how... That kind of dynamic, real-time consistency and responsiveness, that sounds incredibly hard.
It's a massive challenge.
Well, this is where it gets really compelling, I think. The capabilities list from the Google DeepMind source document, it's genuinely wild. Genie 3 isn't just, generating pretty scenes. It can model complex physical properties.
Mm-hmm.
It simulates natural phenomena, realistic water, dynamic lighting, even intricate environmental interactions. It almost seems like it has this innate understanding of how things behave in a physical space.
Right. Consider this example. It's straight from the prompts they show in the announcement. The video shows a first-person perspective of someone navigating difficult terrain in the middle of a volcanic area, lava pools that the agent is trying to avoid.
Okay.
So Genie 3 doesn't just paint a picture of a volcano. It can depict chunky off-road tires crunching on rock, the sort of viscous flow of lava, a vivid blue sky.
It sounds intense.
Or for a completely different vibe, imagine prompting jet ski during the Festival of Lights. You'd see accurate reflections, wakes from the jet ski, dynamic lighting playing on the water. The real marvel here isn't just that it shows these things, it's that it seems to grasp the underlying physics for each scenario, and that allows for genuine interaction within that simulated reality.
It's not just confined to physics, right? It simulates the natural world too.
Yeah, with incredible detail and a real sense of life.
Hmm.
Think about being able to prompt something like running by the shores of a glacial lake, exploring branching paths through the forest, crossing flowing mountain streams. Plentiful wildlife makes the journey a delight.
So animals moving around too.
Like apparently, yes. Or another one, a Japanese Zen garden with pink water lilies floating on its surface. This isn't just static imagery. These are dynamic environments that feel like they breathe,
Wow.
where animals move, water flows, all responding to your presence, presumably.
That ability to simulate vibrant ecosystems, animal behaviors, intricate plant life, that is a significant step.
It really is. They also show prompts like swimming through deep, dimly lit ocean between deep ocean canyons, densely packed vast school of jellyfish swimming, bioluminescent lighting.
Whoa, jellyfish.
Yeah. The level of environmental richness and the interactive potential, it's truly remarkable. It suggests a very sort of generalized understanding of how different elements of a world should behave and interact.
And for those who love to let their imagination run wild, it handles animation and fiction too.
It does. It excels at modeling animation in pure fiction. The source gives this whimsical example. An adorable, fluffy creature bounding across a vibrant rainbow bridge in a fantastical landscape. Or, for something maybe more abstract, more playful, the concept of being a lizard origami style.
Origami lizard. How does that even work interactively?
Right. It suggests it can tap into pure, unbridled imagination and bring it to life in an interactive way.
That's fascinating. The capacity to create these fantastical scenarios, expressive animated characters.
Yeah.
It goes way beyond just replicating the real world.
Exactly. Another prompt from the source paints this picture. A fantastical, wide-angle shot captures a lush, enchanted forest bathed in the soft glow of twilight.
Nice.
The player controls a large firefly flying through towering trees with vibrant foliage.
So you're the firefly.
Apparently,
Mhm.
it's not just recreating existing realities, it's capable of generating entirely new imaginative realities that you, the user, can actually navigate and influence. This speaks to a really deep underlying generative capability, one that handles both realistic and highly abstract concepts within a consistent world model.
And it seems to transcend boundaries too.
Yeah.
Exploring real-world locations, even historical settings.
Yeah, they show examples from a tranquil, mountainous environment in the Alps that feels incredibly realistic,
Okay.
to Venice by Vaporetto with realistic reflections and wakes on the canals, or even this incredibly specific, immersive challenge, exploring the Palace of Knossos on Crete as it would have stood in its glorious heyday.
Knossos. That's amazing. The potential there for historical education, immersive travel experiences, virtual tourism, it's just immense.
It really is, which brings us back to that crucial question.
How do they do it?
Exactly. How do they achieve this real-time capability? And maybe even more impressively, how do they maintain consistency over, minutes?
Yeah, the consistency part feels key.
The Google DeepMind publication emphasizes that this required significant, almost unprecedented technical breakthroughs. It wasn't easy.
I bet. Think about it. For real-time interactivity, the model has to generate each new frame, based not just on your current input, but on the entire trajectory of previously generated frames and actions.
Right.
And do that multiple times per second. So if you're navigating around, you turn a corner, go through a building, and then decide to go back to where you were a minute ago, the model needs to remember all that. Keep the environment utterly consistent. That sounds like a massive computational and representational challenge.
And this is where it gets really groundbreaking, I think. They describe environmental consistency over a long horizon as an emergent capability of Genie 3.
Emergent, meaning they didn't explicitly program it for long-term memory.
Sort of, to explain the contrast. Other methods you might have heard of, like NeurFs, neural radiance fields, or Gaussian splatting, they often rely on explicitly predefining a detailed 3D representation of a scene first, like baking in a static blueprint.
Okay, a fixed map.
Exactly. Genie 3, by contrast, creates its worlds dynamically, frame by frame, based on the initial description and your ongoing actions. It's not relying on a fixed map, it's kind of learning and adapting the rules of the world as you move through it.
That sounds much more flexible.
It is. The source notes that environments remain largely consistent for several minutes, with a visual memory extending back as far as 1 minute.
A whole minute of memory.
Yep.
That's pretty good for dynamic generation.
It is. They even have this specific Genie 3 memory test prompt. It's a classroom, there's an apple, a mug of coffee, a tree drawn on a blackboard, and the key thing is the trees outside the window remain consistent as the viewpoint goes in and out of the room.
Ah, okay. That demonstrates a deep sort of internal understanding of object permanence or persistence.
Right.
Now, beyond just navigating these worlds, Genie 3 introduces something they call promptable world events. This sounds fascinating. It means you can use text prompts to actually change the world itself on the fly.
Yes. While you're interacting with it, this capability is truly profound, I think. Imagine being able to just type, change the weather to a thunderstorm.
And boom, thunderstorm.
Or introduce a new character, maybe a dragon, and have that happen in real time within the world you're currently exploring.
That's incredible.
It not only dramatically enhances the human experience, but think about AI training. It significantly expands the range of what-if scenarios for agents learning from experience.
Ah, right. Training them to handle unexpected stuff.
Exactly. Dynamically changing situations in incredibly diverse environments. That's crucial.
And you mentioned agent training. This tech isn't just for humans, is it? It's fueling embodied agent research.
Yes, actively. Google DeepMind specifically generated worlds using Genie 3 for their Sima agent.
Sima. That's their generalist agent for 3D virtual settings, right?
That's the one. So the Sima agent pursues its goals by sending navigation actions to Genie 3. Essentially, the AI explores and learns within these dynamically generated worlds created by another AI.
Wow. AI training AI in generated worlds.
And the striking thing here is that Genie 3 simulates the future based purely on the agent's actions. It doesn't know the agent's ultimate goal. It's just creating the consistent world as the agent moves through it.
Okay.
And because of Genie 3's impressive consistency over time, these Sima agents can execute much longer, more coherent sequences of actions, which means they can achieve more complex goals in environments that genuinely adapt to their choices.
That feels like a critical piece as they push towards AGI, agents playing a bigger role.
Absolutely. It's a key part of that research direction.
Now, okay, as with any cutting-edge tech, especially something this powerful, this open-ended, we need to talk limitations.
Always.
Genie 3, for all its breakthroughs, still has constraints mentioned in the source. It's not perfect yet.
That's a very important point. So what are these current limitations? Well, at present, there's a limited action space for the agents themselves.
Meaning what they can actually do in the world is restricted?
Somewhat, yes. While you can prompt big world events, the direct granular actions an AI agent can perform are still somewhat constrained. Also, modeling complex, truly independent interactions between multiple agents in the same shared environment, that's still an ongoing challenge.
Multi-agent simulation is hard.
Very hard. And Genie 3 currently can't perfectly simulate real-world locations with exact geographic accuracy. Text rendering within the generated worlds, often only clear if it's explicitly provided in the input description.
Okay, so don't expect readable street signs unless you ask for them.
Pretty much. And for now, interaction duration is limited. A few minutes, not, hours of continuous play.
Got it. Still impressive, but good to know the boundaries. And given these powerful open-ended capabilities, responsibility is obviously huge here.
Paramount.
Google DeepMind explicitly states they've worked very closely with their responsible development and innovation team right from the start.
Yeah, they emphasize that. Their stated mission is to build AI responsibly to benefit humanity. And that's why they're announcing Genie 3 now as a limited research preview.
Limited preview.
Yes, providing early access to a small, select group. Academics, creators. This controlled release lets them gather crucial feedback, diverse perspectives.
Just understand the risks before it goes wide.
Exactly. To understand and then mitigate potential risks before any wider rollout. They clearly believe foundational tech like this demands that deep commitment to responsibility from day one, exploring the implications alongside the tech development.
That seems like the right approach for something this potentially transformative.
Yeah.
So let's wrap up. What does this all mean for us, for the listeners, for the broader future? Genie 3 represents a truly significant moment for world models, doesn't it?
It really does.
Poised to impact so many areas of AI research, generative media, far beyond just games or simple sims.
Oh, absolutely. If you connect this to the bigger picture, the implications are vast. Imagine new opportunities for education, specialized training. Students could learn history by interactively exploring reconstructed historical sites, not just reading about them.
Like walking through ancient Knossos.
Exactly. Or experts gaining experience in incredibly complex dynamic simulations that adapt to their every decision. Think surgery or disaster response.
Yeah, high-stakes training without real-world risk.
Right. And it provides this vast, customizable space to train agents, robots, autonomous systems, allowing us to evaluate their performance, probe their weaknesses, prepare them for the messy complexities of the real world.
All within these generated environments.
Ultimately, it's all about developing this tech safely, responsibly, harnessing its power for, hopefully, the benefit of humanity.
This whole concept, instantly generated, interactive worlds, responding to your imagination, your actions, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What kind of truly unique training scenarios or hyper-adaptive educational experiences tailored to each learner, or maybe entirely new forms of interactive storytelling will Genie 3 enable in the coming years?
It opens up a universe of possibilities.
Possibilities that are just beginning to be explored. It's going to be absolutely fascinating to watch where this goes. That's it for this deep dive into Google DeepMind's Genie 3. Hit like and subscribe if you like the content. See you next time.